All right, let's dive into something pretty fascinating today. We're going to talk about the connection between two things you hear about all the time: AI-generated content and, maybe a little more surprisingly, a major win for energy efficiency. It's not what you'd expect, so let's get into it.
So, it all kind of boils down to this one question. It seems simple, right? If we create more content, especially with these super powerful AIs, it has to use more energy, doesn't it? Well, the answer is kind of counterintuitive, and that's what we're going to unpack here.
Okay, first things first. To really get why this is such a big deal, you have to understand the problem we're starting with. And that's the hidden, invisible energy cost that's baked into all the digital stuff we watch and listen to every single day.
Let's just put a number out there to get started. 90,000 kilowatt hours. Now, I know that's a huge, abstract number, but it represents the energy tied to just a single popular piece of content online. So, what does that actually mean?
Well, here's what it means. That 90,000 kilowatt hours, that's the energy it takes for about 610,000 people to stream one single hour-long video. Think about it. A popular documentary, a big podcast interview, for just one piece of content, that is an enormous energy footprint.
Okay, so now let's throw a wrench in the works. AI. We're always hearing about how much power it takes to run these massive AI models, right? So that brings up a totally new angle on this whole thing.
And this gets us to the core of the issue. On one hand, the assumption is that using AI just adds another layer of energy cost on top of everything else. But on the other hand, the goal, the potential, is that if AI can make shorter, more potent content, we could save a ton of energy on the viewing side. So which one wins out?
And this is where it gets really interesting. We're going to move past the assumptions and actually look at the numbers behind this whole calculation. The result is, well, it's pretty surprising.
So let's do it. Let's put these two ideas head to head. The energy cost of the original versus the cost of the shorter, AI-powered version.
Wow, okay, check this out. The difference is just stark. That first bar, that's our original 1-hour video, way up there at nearly 90,000 kilowatt hours. But look at that second bar. If the same group of people watches a 15-minute explainer instead, the energy use just plummets to around 22,500. It's not even close.
Let's just put a single number on that drop. It works out to a 75% savings in electricity. This isn't some tiny tweak. This is a massive, massive reduction in the energy needed for that content.
But wait, I know what you're probably thinking. What about the energy the AI used to make the short version? And that's the kicker. The cost to actually run the AI process, it's about 0.05 kilowatt hours. I mean, it's practically nothing. A tiny, tiny fraction of the energy we just saved.
So we've been talking in kilowatt hours, which can feel a little abstract. Let's translate this into what it actually means in the real world, because this is where the scale of it all really hits home.
So when you subtract the small number from the big one, we get our grand total of energy saved. 67,500 kilowatt hours. Now let's have some fun and figure out what that much energy can actually do. So what can you do with all that saved power? For starters, how about powering roughly 7,000 homes for an entire day?
Yeah, let that sink in for a second. The energy we saved just by making one video more efficient is enough to power a whole neighborhood, maybe even a small town, for a day. That's incredible.
Or hey, if that's not clicking, think about it this way. That same chunk of energy is enough to give a full charge to hundreds and hundreds of electric cars. It's just this huge amount of power that we're not using, all thanks to making the content smarter and shorter.
And really, that leaves us with this one big idea. It shows that even what feel like small changes in how we make stuff and how we watch stuff can add up to a truly massive positive impact for sustainability. It kind of reframes AI from just being an energy hog to being a potential tool for some serious efficiency. So yeah, next time you watch a quick summary or an explainer like this one, you're not just saving time. You might just be saving a whole lot of energy too.